right, 5-9 gamers, welcome back to Dragon Ball Legends podcast, episode 37. This monkey big strong. Yeah, today we didn't get much from the game this week, so this is going to be a bit more freestyle one. And if you have anything to say in chat, make yourselves heard. We might catch it and talk about it. But before we go on, I am joined today by our free-to-play god, Asdig.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
I am joined by a recurring guest now, it seems. Sherwood, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How about yourself?
Yeah, pretty good. We have our Professor Sensei. I guess he's like the constant over the last past months. How are you doing?
Hello. Yeah, I'm here.
Good to know. And we have ZVG.
Yo, I pre. There. Let's get this started.
I pay a lot of money in this game.
Let's get it started. So yeah, today we are just going to talk about the anniversary so far. We haven't gotten much more last Wednesday. So I'm going to start with Sherwood. What are your impressions a week after?
Putting me on the spot. Week after, put me right on the spot, man. Man, I'm the opener. God dang. Okay. So the anniversary to me, so like it's been a week since the anniversary, and starting off, the banners were really nice. The units are super fun to use, even though it took a lot of money out of my wallet, which I don't appreciate, Toshi. Okay, we're gonna have to have a little talk after this podcast. But I finally got him after like 40k CC or something. Got my 2-star Gogeta, so I've been using him. He's been pretty fun, but like as a whole for the anniversary, this is probably a really hot take, but I felt like it was pretty underwhelming besides the banner and the story event that we got. Like I said, I know it's probably a hot take, but like I feel like the Goku's, like, even though the Goku suck that we got, I feel like that was more hype than the very beginning of the anniversary, because I just felt like we got like a banner and we got like the story event that was kind of it. We were kind of like left waiting for the new stuff.
Yeah.
All right, that is okay. I'm about to go on a little rant here, but that is not a hot take at all. Listen, all right. This anniversary, right? Going into it, it was hyped up. You know, they're putting their all into it. The units are gonna be good. You know, compete with Zenkais, all that nonsense, right? We got the anniversary, and it's literally, for the most part, it's literally the same like the second year anniversary. We got a banner for the units, a same OPP season, Shenron for Dragon Balls, and that's pretty much it. The only thing that's different about it, I feel like, is the Hoi Poi coins, which are actually phenomenal. Thank you, Toshi, or whoever designed the Hoi Poi coins. That shit is amazing, right? But other than that, same old. The banners for this anniversary is literally one of the worst type of banners I've ever seen, bro. There's literally no incentive to summon on the banner other than the fact that the LFs are on it. No free step, no 2-time step. It's literally just regular emotes with tickets attached at the end. And the tickets are probably going to give you trash anyway, right? When you do, get the guaranteed sparking. Honestly,
I got a Gogeta.
Okay, yeah. I don't care about you. But
Of course,
the All-Star banners to me are literally better, bro. Like, 'cause you get a guaranteed GSP. You get missions against the 6 stars, because these dude, I've used like 10k and I only have the Vegeta Blue to 3 stars, bro. Like, if I put him like on an All-Star banner, I just spend my 2k CC, get the missions done, instant 6-star. But this is just, the banners are bad. The units are fun, I will say. The units are fun. I'm not gonna take away from that. They're fun. Gogeta's fun, Zamasu's fun. They're nice to use, but obviously, they can't compete with like the top meta teams in the game. Like, the meta did not change at all, other than the fact that we see more fusions, and that's on Garki now, and that's pretty much it. But the top meta teams are still the top meta teams, because obviously the LFs and the 1% units can't compete with like the top meta Zenkas, like 18, Gohan, LF Super Saiyan 3, all that nonsense. So the anniversary is okay, and I feel like that's an issue for me. It's just okay. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just okay. It's what we expect coming into it, and that's exactly what we have. Nothing crazy or the ordinary. And that's pretty much my whole take on the anniversary. That's it.
All right. So
I applaud you.
Yeah. As you guys can see in chat, you can tell that ZVG is going to be taking the role of Nas for today's podcast.
Yes, I am.
But honestly, he kind of be spitting facts though. I'm not gonna lie. I think the banners is definitely what I have the issue with the most too. I definitely do want that free step, just because of the fact that I never get anything good from the free steps. I'm not gonna lie, but just having it there, it gives me some sense of comfort at least, right? I think we all just have to go ahead and give a shout out to the Hoi Poi, because that's
Hoi Poi. Besides
Yeah.
Hoi Poyo, it's just an anniversary reskin, honestly. Second anniversary reskin.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
basically. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that we still have to wait for before we make like the final verdict, I guess, is part 2, whatever that has in store for us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, we're getting Super Saiyan, like the transforming Gogeta Zenkai, but other than that, they haven't really given us much, info to go on to see, okay, to hold up the hype train somehow. And then, do we even know when the part 2 is going to start?
No, we don't know anything. If it's like last year, it's probably gonna be on the 23rd of June, somewhere in that week, because that's when we got PyCon and the Goku,
Best
as well
unit in the
as
game.
we got
The best unit
yeah.
in the
So
game?
we'll have to see. But yeah, thus far the anniversary is just okay. Hopefully part 2 has some more stuff in store for us. But other than that, it's what we expect going into it. Nothing out of the ordinary, and I feel like they really fell short on that.
So
Yeah.
if there's one thing I wanted to say about the anniversary banners, nothing negative. But this time last year, people were complaining and showing their Shaft Gohan pulls, right? And Gohan turned around and became the strongest unit in the game. I don't know. I would look at your Shaft pulls and maybe be excited that we got Frieza and Super Vegito. We might be seeing that in part 2 here in a minute.
That could be
Interesting.
that would be good, but then again, did Gohan technically still count as anniversary like part 2?
Well, no, it was like
Just
I don't know if
later.
you counted in Annie, but it was definitely like within like a month or 2 coming out, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And so people complained about him, and then there you go. That was just like a few weeks later, or at least that's how it felt.
Yeah.
This match hurts me
I think
mentally
that-
with the lag.
That's just bad game design to me personally, honestly.
But no, I'm just trying to cheer up anybody that thinks they got shafted because they pulled a bunch of
Well, yeah.
Super Vegito. I'm expecting him to
Yeah.
become my new god
Makes
here in a
sense.
minute.
Makes sense, but going into it, right? We don't really like think about that while summoning, because obviously you want the new units. But we don't want, units that came out in 2019, by the way. But yeah, I get what you mean, Prof. I get what you mean.
Yeah. I like the way your voice sounds, Prof. I'm just going to go ahead and add that in there.
No flirting on the stream, Asdeek.
Prof has a wife, Asdeek. How dare you? How dare
Yeah,
you?
come on,
sorry.
Asdeek.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't cheat on me.
So
Stop
Asdeek,
cheating on me.
Asdeek waifu material
Yes.
Of course.
sounds like a
But hands off. Get yourself your own
Andre,
man.
that's why you lose matches, bro. You're still running LOE in 2021. That's why you're losing matches.
Oh man. So yeah, other than the banners, I mean, what did we get so far? We got the Hoi Poi coins and the raid. Do you expect them to reset the shops entirely? So basically giving us 5,000 chrono crystals?
They better.
those five
They have
now.
to. They better. If not, then. Whew. But they better do that shit, bro.
No, I think it's almost guaranteed that the shops are going to reset.
Oh my God.
I mean, technically, I think it's confirmed that the shop will reset because this one ends on, I think, the 11th, which is like 5 days from now. So that would be Friday. But yeah, the question is how much stuff will they put back in? So will they put in like another 1,000 chronos and everything the same? Because that would be fantastic.
I'll
Miss,
go and say they're just going to
Miss in the chat
chart
just said that it's confirmed that the shop reset.
Yeah,
I don't know if
that's
true
clear
or not,
because
but-
because this shop ends on Friday, right?
Okay.
So it definitely will
But
reset.
are we going to get
because-
the CC?
I hope so.
I would say like 80 to 90% of the community only hunts the chrono crystals. They grab their CC, they do their multi, they
Yeah.
get the hell out of there.
I mean, you could
Yeah.
you
They-
could
they
see that
know
on the
this.
progression of the health bar of the boss. I mean, the fact that he is still alive after, I don't know, it was like halfway down after 16 hours, ish.
Yeah, shouts to the boys Amasu, dude.
Like I rant about incompetence, right? But there's no way that they're not going to put their chrono crystals back in the shop. It's like guaranteed that we're going to be able to get 1,000 chrono crystals every time this raid refreshes, which I believe is anniversary worthy event.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah, it's
True.
like 5K, and then yeah, what would make what would, let's say, turn it around for you in part 2? What would you need that you would say, okay, this was a good anniversary?
Honestly, I really don't. That's a really tough question because I'm thinking about what could they really do to like make it like good. I think like some. Okay, all right, I know. One, a new event that hasn't been in the game before. I don't care what it is, but
Thank
like
you.
a new event that hasn't been in the game before. Because obviously, we're probably gonna expect like a 50 battle shit with like Zamasu as the boss for 1 KCC. Something I don't want that. I want something new and fresh, right? And two, I want PvP to actually have like special rules or like something in it, man. Just something different. That's it. That's exactly what I want. Something different from the norm that we've gotten for the past 3 years. That's exactly what I want in part 2. But the likeliness of that happening is low, but it can happen. Okay, I mean, they did introduce the Hoi Poi coins, which is phenomenal, right? So they can't add stuff that will make it better. So we'll see what they do.
Somebody in the
Yeah,
chat
that's
said, do you
something
think they
different.
will bring the Super CC to the shop?
To the Hoi Poi shop?
No, in general, like the,
No, just
or-
to the shop in general.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I mean they haven't
That'd
done
be,
that,
that'd be
right?
crazy.
They haven't done that for this.
No, they haven't done it yet.
What we did get was the what's it called? The limit break banner. So we got the 600 Z power, I guess, for less than the Super Chronos would have cost, but
Yeah, but I have money. I want more. Give me more.
I
Give
do
me
not have
that.
money.
Also, I think we do need a free rising body unit. Someone in the chat mentioned that. I was like, yeah, that'd be pretty nice too. Like a free rising body unit too, and like a ultra would be nice too. A nice touch. Ultra would be a nice touch to like end it off in part 2. That'd be a pretty nice touch.
Give me an
Ultra
Omega
Frieza.
Shenron. No, Omega
yes.
Shenron, please.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Omega
Omega.
Shenron Ultra. What the fuck? That's never gonna
Yeah.
happen, bro.
No, yes
No,
it
a
is.
rising battle unit at least. Come on, bro. Someone said Oob in the chat.
Oob.
That too.
Oob.
Yeah,
Oob would
Oob.
be a way better choice. Fuck Omega Shenron, bro. Oob is way better.
Man, hey, don't
As a
you
unit.
put some
Hey,
respect
bro,
on his name.
I know, dude. That's the Shadow Dragons. We all about the Shadow Dragons right now. We got
Bro, we
Ice,
have-
we got Nova,
don't we have,
All-Star
like-
banner units.
we got the East.
Dude, we
gotta
have
cry
so
on the
many
mic.
Shenrons in the game, bro. Give us Oob right now.
You mean
bro.
like 5?
So
ZVG wants another Goku. Somebody said in the chat.
No.
Yeah,
All
he
the
actually
Gokus are
does.
trash. I don't want any
wants
more Goku.
another
I
Goku.
want Zenkai Buhan. Thanks. That's what I
So
want.
I know.
Obviously,
No,
yeah.
Wu-Tangs.
running events, but I would like them to just go ahead and like, why not? It's the anniversary. Just return all the EX Zenkai events and all 21 Broly.
Oh yes,
Those
that'd be
units,
great
just-
too.
just
That'd be
return
phenomenal.
them all
honestly.
right now. Let people that
That'd
didn't
be
finish
great.
those units cap them off. Like that. That's anniversary worthy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
yeah, it is.
Definitely.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Also, somebody.
Wait,
in the,
isn't Broly coming back though? Shouldn't he?
I have no idea.
well, we don't know how the banners, like how they roll the dice in order to put the units on the banners.
Zenkai EX East.
but
I'd be down for that, bro.
it's also
Dude,
Dude,
my
they
zombie
can think
saver that I
a
don't have.
Zenkai EX East would like replace Zamasu this quick.
Yeah.
Probably.
that would be
honestly.
crazy.
Yeah.
But also, what I just saw in the chat, somebody said they need to bring the challenge rushes back, and I kind of agree because those,
Ooh.
at least
I
you
love
had
challenge
to
rush.
you had to kind of strategize a little bit. I mean, the one problem with PVE is still that you can easily cheese it with float or charge step, but the downside of float or charge step is that it takes a long time. So maybe they can have like a time restriction, which you cannot make with this cheesing technique, and you need to be quicker than that. So you need to actually play the game, the way it's meant to be played.
Bardock flashbacks.
Yep.
Yeah.
PTSD
Or
of it all.
this whole thing where you had to beat Hercule and score have 80 million damage
Yeah.
with the Rising Rush or something like this.
Oh yeah.
So like Bardock Blue Transform and Gogeta and Mai.
Oh yeah, dude. The OG, the YouTube videos, bro. It's all coming back
Yeah,
to me.
bro. Yeah.
Those were the
But
times,
I
man.
just wanted. Yeah, but I just wanted them to do something different for part 2. Bring back the events like Prof said. Bring some free-to-play units into it as well. The Gokus were, I think, a miss, honestly. Even though they were free, I think the issue with the Gokus is the fact that you can't run them on the same team. And
Oh,
that
yeah.
just defeats the whole purpose of bringing 6 whole new Gokus when you can't even use them on the same team. I feel like that was a big miss on their part. So we need free to play. We need an ultra and the events bringing back and something different. And I'll be pretty content with the anniversary at that point.
All right. How about this? We bring 12 to 16 new Gokus into the mix.
Yeah. Agreed.
That's-
I
Hell
need
no.
that.
No.
Okay.
No. I'm tired of the Gokus now.
It's gonna be Vegeta's for ZVG.
Yeah, dude, how do we not have a dirty fireworks Vegeta in the game yet? How do we not have that in the game yet, bro? I need that, bro. I need that.
What about Buhan though? You can't switch
times.
up on Buhan like that.
It's not switching up, bro. It's not switching up. Okay, I like Vegeta in the show and Buon in the game, so the two of
Okay.
them I want. Yeah, exactly.
No, we just
That's the
we're getting a
dynamic.
free to play pan. That's it. Take it or leave it.
Hero pack.
free to play.
That would not be hype at all. I hope if anything.
I hate when she
coming
tells
from
me how
GT,
can I live with myself. That's messed up.
It has to be
exactly.
Oob. It has to be Oob. Please, it just has to be man. It just has to be Oob. Please. Anything GT free, Oob. Please. No Shenron, no baby. Nothing. No Goten, no Chunks, none of those garbage ass characters.
It's going to be
Oob is
ultra.
what we need,
it's
man.
going to be ultra Oob, and when he goes on the battlefield, you see him like fuse with Boo or something.
That would be
Ultra
sick.
Jomama.
That'd be so hilarious.
That'd be pretty cool. I think. Para brothers. I just see in chat.
Yeah.
So that
Dude, I'm down for that too.
So that you can dance with the blue pants green card.
yes.
Jeez. Hold on, y'all. Don't want a free Goku Black? Who wants a free
Oh.
Goku Black?
Dude, we
That's
just got
still
one. We
Goku.
just got a new EX Goku Black for the anniversary. But what more do
That's
you
not
want?
free to play.
Yeah, that's not free to play, man. That costs money.
Yeah, EXs are hard to pull, bruh.
Oh yeah, they're worse than, LS.
Yes.
Do we be like that? Are any of the EXs? Are you guys? So for the people that have pulled EXs in here, are you guys like actually using them, or are you just like not in fodder?
Stinky.
Okay.
Stinky resting in my
if you
box.
if you are using them, please go see a doctor. Thank you.
I already do.
If you
She
are
tells me
using
to
those
stop
trash
using them.
EXs,
Oh, no.
please go see
Even
a
my
doctor.
doctor tells me to stop.
No, I haven't used them. I think I max leveled them all, and soul boosted them also because you get 10 chrono crystals per 200 boost panels, but I just never tried them out. I have a feeling though, you guys know, ZVG has Raditz tried out the Extreme Super 17 as a Super
Oh,
17 stand.
okay. So Raditz actually wants to actually main that. I have no idea why he loves Super 17 so much, but he's actually willing to use that Super 17. But the problem with
good.
that is his only his kid is good, but his stats are rank 200s, bro. Like it is bad. Like, and that's the real issue with the EXs.
He's still really
Their
good,
kids
though.
for the most part are good, right? But the stats are just atrocious. But yeah, Raditz is trying to Z power that 17 up, so he will probably use him, honestly.
So he's probably gonna
Yeah,
play the
bro.
raid like 5 million times because I've gotten so much.
Well, he has
EXZ
to the raid,
power.
but he hasn't even gone any Z power yet from the raid yet.
What?
So
I got so
I don't know.
much.
Yeah.
What?
I got my Extreme Goku Black from 1 star to like 700 or something, and I still have some left over.
Nah, I like that Super 17 a lot, bro. Like I feel like he is the best out of the EX units. I think he's better than
Yeah,
Purple 21.
he's the best. He's the best.
So, Prof, what would you like in part 2 that makes the anniversary like a real anniversary for you?
I mean,
Prof is dead.
no,
Prof died.
I'm not. I'm here. What the heck?
Oh, sorry, man. I'm
I
sorry.
missed you.
I missed you too.
Now let the men talk.
No, banners will never be an anniversary, right? That's all we got. If you rip out the curtain, they really just said, here, we're gonna sell you 2 LFs at once, and there you go. You
Make-
complete the
make the
Triforce,
banners
you summon them
horrible.
both. Right? I don't think the banners are horrible. Like, have we actually broken out like the percent chance of pulling an LF and see if it's really gone down for Chrono Crystal every time you make a lap?
I haven't checked
Like,
it now.
because until I see someone objectively tell me that these banners are actually trash, the units on them are fire, especially the Zamasu banner. So I don't want to hear these banners are trash nonsense. Because we all have our own perspectives. Some people in my chat spend 15K and they walk out with a 6-star LF, right? Some people spend 20,000. Like myself, I cleaned out the entire shop and I got 1 copy of LF Zamasu, and I'm not mauling over it. We had fun, right? So I think that, I don't know, for the anniversary, as I said, like if the weekend event is that you get double rewards and all these banner little maps are open, the anniversary, as I've already mentioned, just rerun all these limited time events. Give us like half off energy on these events. Make everybody grind the crap out of your video game. Like if a new player picks it up, make them aspire to finish a team that they can actually start and cash up and use in top rank PvP, not this monotonous grind that a lot of people are getting stuck behind. like that's an anniversary event. What we got in front of us is just, and I'm like watching some of my newer friends get into the game, and their teams are pathetic. Like, and then when there's a lot of free to play,
they listen to the podcast?
Patch that up right away, right? Well, we're coaching in the right direction, right? But the point is, the tools aren't available to them, right? I think if the 21, Broly, and all of them came back and they helped push people in the right direction with energy and everything being cheaper, then that would sound like an anniversary hype for the events.
I agree with that.
I agree. Yeah, that's fair.
It is, and yeah, I feel like also. I mean, I have to say I started playing more My Hero Ultra Impact, but still the units still managed to get me back. And I think that there's also a little bit of a disconnect between what ZVG is talking about and what Prof said, as in Prof is talking about the units. And I think ZVG is talking more about the banner format, right? So the way that there is
banner
like,
format is horrible.
I want to know, like, per lap, because we're getting 5% chance to pull the unit on the ticket now, right?
Yeah.
When we're going up, like, from what, 0.25 or 5%, 0.5? So, like, we're going from, to go F yourself rates to, okay, this is actually, although it's low, it's a legitimate shot.
I mean,
we're back to
Prof,
the old
we
format
already
when it
had
was guaranteed.
5% before, so we went from 5% to garbage and back to
garbage,
5%.
and
So
then
we're
back.
literally
We
back
haven't yo-yoed.
to step one anyway. Why
I
made
just
the
want to see
change
the
in the
rates
first
that we
place?
have comparatively. My statement earlier very clearly was, I don't know the objective rates. I don't know someone to ever whip out a calculator and go, well, actually, on me. So I'm not going to say this shit is trash until I know it's trash. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair, but I feel like the format is just a step down from like the UI Goku banner that had the free step, the 2x rate step, the good tickets, and it was just, I feel like that is the perfect step of format that we should have had for this anniversary. The 2x rates, the free step, the good tickets, and that's how it should have been for me personally. Because this
I
no
agree.
free step, no 2x, no incentive whatsoever. It's just regular multis with tickets at the end.
Well, my personal experience on the banner, and just, your tinfoil hat, right? Is the 2x banner is a fucking lie. And the free step is probably the best luck ever. And if you want to make a banner hype for me, you throw that free step on there and you give me that free ticket summon every single time I do a summon. Because if every time I do a single multi, I'm not waiting to finish the whole lap, I immediately get to hit the ticket banner. That is far more exciting for me. I know people hated that.
That's fair.
But I liked it.
So go ahead, Prof.
Okay.
No, that is all I had to say.
2x was not the biggest cap ever. 2x was clutch, bro. What? 2x was clutch, bro. 2x was clutch. That's cap. That's bad cap.
That's
man.
cap.
The 2x step was always clutch.
I got stuff on the 2x steps as well, so I was happy about those. It's just when sometimes it just feels so bad when, let's say on those banners, you want, obviously you want another copy of your LF unit because it's rarer than the other ones. And then on the 2x step, you get like the new extreme.
Yeah.
But it's
All right,
still,
so someone. Isaac, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I'm not even gonna lie, I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to banners. I pretty much just base it off of, if I get shafted, the banner's bad, bro. If I get new units, then it's good. We're all good.
very, very
Someone in the
objective.
chat said that someone did the math on the banners and said that UI Goku's banner was objectively better than Gogeta's and Broly's banner. And he says, I assume that this banner format is worse than Gogeta and Broly. So I don't know.
Is that so?
Probably. I'll have to check the rate again. I'll have to check it again because I did see some math when the Gogeta banner came out. But I have to see on that. But I'm not sure.
I mean, the thing is that on the Gogeta banner, was that the first one that had those 0.5% tickets?
Yeah, it was.
And
And they also changed these steps too. I think they did.
yeah. So I don't
I'm
know
not
if this
sure.
was really, if this current format is really worse than the Gogeta banner, to be honest. Because we have the LFs at the 0.5 rate still, but we get the 5% ticket. We don't have the free step and the ×2 step, but we still, I think it's, I guess, a step in the right direction, though, for an anniversary. Maybe you would expect them to make 2 steps, but I think it's still the right direction,
Dude,
Yeah.
the issue with that statement, Palms, is the fact that they had the direction already. They just
That's
regressed, and now they're back to where they were. I have no idea why this game changes the banner format so many times. We've had like 10,000 formats since the step-up was introduced. Bro. I'm not even joking. Like we've had so much changes to it, and they still can't find a consistent, good theme for it. It's been too long now, man.
Our chances are so incredibly low at pulling these units. 9 times out of 10, we are chasing an LF unit. What? Are we complaining about a 1% chance versus a 0.9% chance, or like what?
I'm just complaining about
why are we so
format
mad
itself.
right now until we know the numbers?
I mean,
I
honestly,
want to know
The
how
format
much
is
I've been
worse. That's
shafted
why
per
the
Chrono
format is
Crystal.
worse, bro. That's why I'm.
I just want to know
want the
per
free
Chrono
sub
Crystal,
touch,
what's my rate of pulling an LF in the old system
Yeah.
versus the new system? I don't think that's a too big brained question to have asked.
and then end of the day,
It's not about.
you also need to take into consideration that they don't necessarily need to make the player base super happy, because if you have whales, they're still going to summon on whatever banner you throw at them. And then they crunch the numbers at which banner actually makes us the most amount of money as well, right? Because, I mean, in the end, it's a business.
Yeah.
They need to sustain themselves. And let's say we rant about the format here, but I don't know, Giga Whales, they still drop tens of thousands of dollars in there, and then they're happy, you know? So that's also how they could see this.
Yeah, that's what someone in the chat mentioned too, is the fact that UI's banner didn't get top grossing, which I'm not sure of that, but Gogeta's and Broly's did, so
Yeah.
that's probably why. So it's but that's the reason why I just these companies, they really give a crap about us, really. They just want the cash, so whatever makes them the most money, they're gonna do. So I feel like they won't change the format, but it'd be nice if they did, but I have no hope that they will, because the anniversary got top grossing, Gogeta's banner got top grossing, so they're why would we ever change it now, right? So
I mean, they could...
it is what it is, but
Technically, they could see the top grossing as an indication of, oh, people are summoning more for it. You could also be the devil's advocate and say people got shafted on it, and the whales had to spend more money to actually get the units to 14 stars or whatever.
well, wouldn't that benefit them?
That would benefit...
They get more money in their
yeah,
pocket.
of course it would. But then, it depends on interpretation as well, that's what I'm saying. So you could say, okay, people summoned more so that they like the format, or they summoned more because they had so much less of a chance to get the unit that they needed to actually put more into it to get them.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I want to go ahead and stray a little bit away from the banners here. Who do you guys objectively think is the worst sparking out of the anniversary units? Personally, I kind
Joe
of have to
Mama.
lean a little bit more towards Kefla, unfortunately,
Nah.
even though she is the waifu.
Nah.
No?
I think I'm sorry, bro, but
Who?
it's one of the Shenrons, bro. It's one of the Shenrons.
is it
I'm
Boop?
sorry, but
What? You think it's Nova
it's one of the
Shenron?
Shenrons. I think, honestly, it probably might be Ice, honestly. I'm not
What?
sure, but I feel like Kefla and VB are just above Nova and Ice, personally.
Because she's
Personally
red,
to me.
right? So she's better than Nova, who's yellow.
Yeah.
No, not that headcanon shit, but yeah.
Bro, I think the dragons are so good. I'm not even gonna lie. That's my stance on it.
The dragons annoy the piss out of me, man.
Yeah, dude.
Kefla evaporates in 2 seconds. When I've fought some confident GT users, and they make Ice look like the most annoying prick on the planet.
Yeah, dude.
I got to reject that statement and then some.
Yeah, Golden
yeah.
Pycon's no joke either.
Yep, golden and blue Pycon. But honestly, the question is also, when you're asking who is the worst unit, the question is also how far apart are these units? Because I feel like Ice Shenron has a different kit. Kefla seems very linear in her kit. It's kind of just okay, boom, boom, do some damage and heal a little bit. But Ice has this taking away your vanish, and with his green card he can immobilize you. Plus, he hates girls because he's a misogynist. So basically, he takes if he
Yes,
swaps in
dude.
against girls, what is it?
What?
30 card cost for everyone.
Yeah, that's messed up.
That is
One
kind of messed
thing-
up.
Cancel him.
He's counters
One-
Pan.
Cancel
One thing I
him.
feel like is underrated about Ice is the fact that he has minus 50% advantage recovery against the enemy. I feel like that's pretty good, especially now with a lot of units having increased vanish gauge, this and that. I feel like that's a pretty underrated ability right there.
Yeah.
That minus 50% advantage gauge recovery is pretty good.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you don't know about it, and then all of a sudden, or I mean, I remember I sniped a couple of people in PvP just because when the units are new, not everybody reads the kits and they just play, and then they're like, okay, it's there's a blue Pycon. What'd he do? All of a sudden your Vanish is gone and you're just getting
They don't
like
even
one
know.
shot with a blue card. I think that's super
Yep,
fun.
Exactly.
And it's like takes it a little bit above that Extreme Vegeta, which basically he also gets that free blue card with the Vanish kill. So I think it's fun. And yeah, for me,
Yeah.
I think it would also probably be Kefla just based on how little I played all of those units because I haven't played too much PvP lately. Mainly grinding the raid and stuff like this. So yeah, for me, it's Kefla. Just like
Although
very
she may
subjective.
be the worst, she's not far behind, right? Like, because I think all these anniversary units in their own aspect are good, and I don't think they're much far behind from the worst, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I just think that Bergamo is just so good to me that I can't put Kefla over Bergamo in my own opinion. Like that, he has like
Right.
that really, really good green card. He has a really hard hitting ultimate and stuff like that. So that's just like, me personally. I definitely do think she's 100% going to have a spot on girls, right? I think I would run her over launch, but it's just that.
You have to. You have to. But yeah.
Show it to Bergamo.
Because Kefla actually buffs the team, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fair. So, and who do you think is who is your favorite unit in terms of play, you know, like his kit, play style, and all of that stuff so far?
Gogeta,
It has to be Gogeta.
And why?
he's a
He
god.
just, yeah, he just looks so good, bro. Everything about him, just his looks, like just his aesthetic alone. He could have been the worst LF to date, and I would have still ran him religiously just because of how good he looks.
Like, he just wears that vest so good, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
he
just saying
does
how
look-
it is.
He does look nice.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Everything that guy does. I mean, he's also a Monke, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's,
Like, I think he gets extra points for that, just for being a Monke.
Oh yeah. Why he's the best unit in the game to date.
And because
Facts.
because he says Baka,
Yeah.
calls you an
He
idiot,
insults his
Baka.
opponent.
calls you an idiot while he green cards you. I like that. But yeah,
Calls you a big dummy in English.
that's not as cool. Not nearly as cool for me. Just I feel like the voice acting on this specific animation in Japanese is like far above and superior to the be a big dummy. Yeah, okay, I'm a big dummy. Boohoo.
Cries in English.
Yeah, no. But yeah, for me, I also like the Gogeta a lot, and you know, I also like that he has that that cover change. But it's weird that now they chose to actually kind of nerf it, huh? Yeah, same for UI Goku. Doesn't it say in his passive somewhere that that he now, even if he fails to switch in, it counts as a switch?
UI Goku says that now? Hold
Yeah,
on.
I think
let
so.
me check that. There's no way he does that. Hold on, let me check. I'm on the page right now.
ZVG getting the facts.
When this character performs change down by language.
Alright, let me just
Nullified activations are not counted.
are not counted.
That's what it says. Yeah.
Okay, because I read something somewhere that it was
Oh wait, it does. It does now. What the? Why does it say that now?
reason.
It does say that now. It says cover changes performed against attacks other than strike or blast art attacks also count. What the fuck? Why? Why is that a thing now?
Yeah, honestly, I have
Oh my
no
god,
idea.
that sucks.
But I have no
Probably
idea.
That's
because there's both on the Saiyan tag and stacking 2 units that have universal cover change to everything but a blue and green card might be a little too oppressive.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've actually wasn't aware of this text, so I'd like to test it because
Caught in 4K.
I don't know. You don't really swap in UI Goku on a blue card anyways, right?
Oh, he's dead.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's dead. He will definitely die. But yeah, no, but I feel it's kind of weird that they did this now and that they kind of retroactively nerfed it a little bit. I'd never seen that in the game before, that they actually changed a kind of passive that got slightly worse off this way, right?
Yeah, I'm curious what
And they
this
made
is,
no.
but I don't
Did
know
they
if
make
this
any
is-
mention of it too in the game or no?
Like they've never nerfed a unit like this, I don't think, right?
No, I don't think
So,
either.
No, I don't think they've ever done this
I
shit.
think this might be a clarification. Like before I talk about this, I would want to test it in game.
Can we sue them, please? Thanks.
Yeah. This is going to be a
Cancel
Dokkan scam.
Sue them for what?
Like no cap.
300 stones?
We're gonna get CC. Yeah, we're gonna get some CC.
200, take it or leave it.
We get some hoi poi coins. I'll take
Dude,
that.
I'll take 400.
Oh yes, 10 hoi poi coins.
No, I'll take 400. I'll be done.
Oh yeah.
And then, but also imagine doing so many multis on that hoi poi. At one point, you're just gonna run out of your eraser space. That's gonna be a nice feeling. I'm filling up good.
Let's just make a video on it. Let's just do a hoi poi relay summon.
Yeah, dude. That's where the views are. No cap.
That's where the views are at right now. Who did that? Who did a hoi poi relay summon? No one. Let's do it.
So everybody save your coins, play the raid some more, and get it done.
Where do we get the 600 LF Z power from? Because I
You
heard
have to
people
use
say that
you have to
that's
use
actually-
1,000 hoi poi coins.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So you have
I
to
be playing
Where the
raid
hell is
right
this
now.
shit?
Yeah, you have
right
to
now.
you
I
have
am grinding right now, bro. Of course I'm grinding right now, bro.
you have
Right.
to grind them, and then you have to use them. So yeah, that's what you have to do.
All right.
But yeah, actually, it is really cool that they gave us this extra avenue to get those that LFZ power, because we thought that pretty
Yeah.
much the limit breaking banner was it, right? At least I did.
Yeah.
No, we got Z power from the Majin Buu event back in the day. The 100 LF Z power.
Yeah, but
we got one
100.
from that.
Like for me personally, as a whale, 100 kind of sucks because it throws off my calculations. Like I used it on the Blue Gogeta, and then the next time you pull one, this is so dissatisfying because he doesn't even star up.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, because it only goes for 600, right?
Yeah, so it's like I used it to get him from 2 to 3 stars, so to 700. And then the next time you get him to 1,300 out of 1,400. So it's like, cool. I pulled a Gogeta Blue. Next.
I did that with UI Goku today. I'm 100 Z power off because I got him from 2 to 3 star back when it came out, like during Halloween event, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, so he's in, I call it limbo state.
Yeah, pretty much. Dude, but I cannot fathom that there are people who already grinded the 1,000 hoi poi coins already. Like Jordan in chat, and then Green Ruff did it, and it's like, whoa,
Green Ruff.
dude, how?
The goats.
I'm close, boys. I'm grinding right
How
now.
can you
boys.
listen to
It's gonna be me
Zomsu's
next.
voice that much?
Oh, I just play without the sound. It's fine. Just like watch. Somebody said they're watching movies while they're doing it or stuff like this, you know. So
Yeah.
True.
weekend wasted. Jordan says, the guy who grinded them. Yep. That sounds like a
Yeah.
very fair description.
Yeah, chat better be grinding raid right now while you guys are listening.
Right now.
Fact.
Just use autoclick. What?
Palm?
Wait, what? No, I meant cookie clicker.
What?
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
Cookie Clicker. I love that game.
Yeah, me too.
See, I've only
Let's go.
played that like twice. So, like, but as for part 2, we know that we're getting that Super Saiyan transforming Gogeta Zenkai. Did they say that he would be free, or would he just
He
be?
has to be.
Yeah. Because the question is, will they just make him obtainable for free, like the Gogeta, you know, with like the event, or will they actually make the Zenkai grindable? And then the question is, what do you expect from him?
I expect him to fully replace Elevagio Blue on fusions. That's pretty much it.
Is that the death of Vegeta Blue then?
Most
He's
likely.
already dying.
Write that
Like, he
down.
was-
Write that down.
Yeah. He was already dying, bro. He was already like, you guys, we already put him in the coffin. Are we lowering him down with this?
I think so, dude. I can hear the music playing right now.
Oh man. R.I.P.
Wait, I don't understand why you wouldn't expect this to just be a bench for him on the fusion team.
Because at
Well,
this
'cause-
point, I feel like Zenkais are, you know, better than most LFs.
I've had I'll shout out to Fair out there, right? His Vegeta Blue is like freaking can do 3/4 of my Gohan's HP. He treats him like a year 1 unit. Like it just, I think that he's going to be a very valid option. I'm not throwing shade on the unit, but I don't think it means death of Vegeta Blue to a unit that has a blast cover change, blast armor on strike, wipes your buffs on green, a supreme damage blue card.
Reloads his cards.
I mean,
Like the strike card reload helps as well.
that's the case when you
Yeah,
have a
no,
14-star Vegeta Blue. that is the case.
I mean,
well, I guess nobody goes to friendly uses that LBR button either, right? But no, I don't believe this is the death of Vegeta Blue by any stretch of the imagination. I think this, if anything, this is just going to be a meme to run like 5 Zenkais or whatever it is on him now.
yeah, you just run
And
that
on
mono
the
blue
fusion
team.
team. Yeah, it reinforces him on the fusion team.
So what do you
know,
have?
honestly,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, honestly, what I think it means is that I think it means we might be seeing the Blast variant of fusions. You know, because they're all strike right now, right? And so now we have the Blast base Vegeta Blue, the purple one. We're going to have this Blast base Gogeta, and you know, maybe we start leaning more towards that direction.
Could be. And yeah, I mean, you have like, what Zenkais do you have? Like, you have Dynamic Goku, you have Bardock, you have Future Trunks, you have the Broly that buffs him, and who is the last one? Is it the Spirit Bomb Goku from the shop?
No,
I don't think the Spirit
what's
Bomb
yours? Trunks, God
Zenkai,
Goku,
or Zenkai buffs him.
Goku.
Oh no, it's just
He doesn't. He
Goku.
buffs Frieza Force.
Yeah,
I think
Frieza
he,
Saga.
not Frieza
Oh,
Force.
yeah.
Yeah, Frieza Saga. I should say. Yeah.
But there was one more. I keep forgetting. Oh, it's Super Saiyan Blue Goku. There you go.
I feel like the Zenkai Blue Gogeta is gonna have like the same effect as what Gogeta had on Gogeta Blue, because most people run Godki with the Zenkai 7 God Vegeta over Gogeta Blue, unless you're away with like 6-star Gogeta Blue or whatever. But I feel like it's gonna be a similar effect with that. Like, you can Zenkai buff VB and you can also Zenkai buff Gogeta Blue, but most people are gonna like run those units over them because they're gonna have them at higher stars than the LS. I feel that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but that's. I mean, isn't that wonderful to a degree, right? Everybody complains about Zenkai, but there is a quite obvious free-to-play option that competes with the most wailed-out versions of the units in the game.
Yeah, that's
think
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a great
Zenkai's on that
system.
front is good, but in terms of meta, it's bad. Because
Well,
now we
yeah.
have, Gohan and all these Zenkai teams existing now, and now it's like, it's a slogfest. It's a slugfest, I should say.
It can be kind of rough. That's like kind of what I wanted to see for second anniversary. Is I did want to see a little bit of a meta change, because like how you said earlier, the meta is not changed. Like, it has not changed at all. It's just Android 18 at the top. You have LF Zenkai Super Saiyan 3 at the top. You have, just these teams are just constants. Like, they're almost like guaranteed to just be up there. And I kind of wanted to see a little bit of the meta being shaken up. Like last anniversary, of course, as you guys all know, Vegeta Blue just absolutely rocked our world. So I kind of wanted to see something similar to that fashion. Maybe not as much, because I know a lot of people did not like the Vegeta Blue meta too much, but
PTSD.
maybe something to spice it up.
Yeah, but then also I feel like this his Zenkai ability is not going to be like full 30-40% buffs, but just more like 20-25, I guess, because if he's free to play, it's probably going to be more like this. And the question is, will he buff? Well, he probably is not going to buff movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But
Oh man, if he buffs blue movies, that'd be horrifying. They pull what they did to Android 18. Like, it feels like it's in the deck, so I've considered him on my Broly team, if that is the outcome.
yeah.
But that would be gross. I think that he's a really, really cool unit. He's got one of the cool. I like. He's kind of like the one-handed Spirit Bomb Goku. He's got a cool green card to blue card effect. So I really hope they do this man justice. Like, I know a lot of people already are like, man, just the anniversary was a lot of fusions, but I mean, if you're building a brand new team and this new unit comes out that's going to complement all of them very well, I'm hyped for him.
Yeah. Also, especially
Oh, yeah.
if you pulled on the future banner and you pulled the blue Vegito Blue, the last year's one, and the new one, so you have like a blue purple team set up already. Pretty good. And I mean, also you have to say like fusions are usually the most hype units, so they obviously want to cash in on that hype. During the big events. Like, I don't blame them.
Yes. Speaking of that, I wanted to go ahead and just segue off of that. What do you guys think that we're just going to continue to see fusion units as the LFs for all the anniversaries? Because up till this point, every single LF has been a fusion unit, even down to Corrupted Zamasu, right? He still is a fusion warrior, isn't he?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I think it really depends. I think we just have to see like what teams are still dominant by next year, and maybe like 3 months or something before the anniversary happens again. I don't want to say it was a coincidence that we got like back-to-back GT and Future, but I think we just have to wait and see and just see what the banners are 2 to 3 months before the next anniversary and see what teams need the help, and I think they'll start pushing out units for teams that need the help for the next anniversary.
I hope LOE by then will
what's
be
funny?
viable.
We very well could see LOE. And who knows if we don't get Ultra Frieza, we could get it for 3 year. But I'm speaking too far ahead. But just
It doesn't matter what units LOE get, they're gonna be trash. LOE got like a whole month of support and they're still trash. Don Dre, if you're in the chat,
Yeah,
LOE
Dondra's
is
crying
dead,
right
bro.
now, bro.
They need
Give it up. Be like Garish. I admit it, bro. I admit it. Give it up like Garish, man. It's over. LOE just
they need at least 4
done
new
for, man.
units that are
it's done for. They need a whole revamp.
give them the GT
Everything.
treatment.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Exactly. But yeah, you know what's funny? I love how they released a Universal Survivor Saga banner with 18 and 17. And we're all thinking, oh my god, they're gonna get Love on the Anniversary and it's just another Futuristic GT anniversary.
I guess
Yeah.
they did
That
get
was
Kefla
hilarious.
technically. That
Oh,
was
yeah. That was
She
the
doesn't even
TLP
buff the
celebration.
She doesn't even buff the team anyway, so it's like
Well,
You
she
might
buffs
as well
Rival
run
Universe at
Bergamo.
least.
yeah, but Bergamo just buffs the entire team's HP, so at that point it's just him as the red unit.
Yeah.
just play 2 reds. Live a little.
yeah.
They don't have
live
any
life a
green
little.
though. They have no green. That's the issue.
Wait, what team are we talking
She
about?
work with
Rival.
either one of the hits
ahead.
if she didn't
No,
buff
we're
Rebel
talking
Universe.
about
Jiren,
Universe
right?
Survivor Saga. That's what I'm talking
Sorry,
about.
Prof, go ahead.
Isn't that
Yeah.
sure?
But would she buff either one of the hits if she didn't buff Rebel Universe?
Wait. Is the purple one isn't on that team, right?
Don't think either one of them are because the
No, they aren't.
so
They are.
I believe they made the right choice or
Would you want them to buff? Would you want her to buff hit? Or like, what's the reason you brought him up?
I mean it's from her universe, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so she does buff him because he's from the UAV. He's on the RU tag and she buffs RU instead of Universe Survivor Saga. So she would buff him, but it would be the Z's would be wonky on that team, on the Universe Survivor Saga team, because some of them buff Rival Universe while some buff Universe Survivor Saga, so yeah.
Ah, true. He is on Rival Universe, but he's not on USS, but he's on the Future Trunks saga.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's-
Because he was in the filler
Yeah,
arc,
it's-
right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's wonky. It's wonky
Oh,
like that.
okay.
'Cause some units aren't in the arc or whatever. Yeah, it's
Damn.
Sleeping on
bro.
my boy Jiren.
Oh.
Sleeping
honestly,
on my boy.
Jiren
He's still
was-
really good, dude. I'm just
At
saying.
high
Bardock-
stars, he's pretty good.
Vados clapped his cheeks and took his spot on RU. That's what happened.
Listen, hey, you don't be talking to him like that.
That's what happened, bro. That's what happened.
Listen, he's bald, bro. Is Vados bald?
I hope not. I hope not.
That's a
She
valid
has
statement.
moves, bro. She has moves. It's over. GG's.
What?
It's okay. He
It's
be
over.
bald
GG's,
though.
bro.
He do be balding.
Let's
Oh,
ban
yeah,
ZVG real quick.
Man,
She has moves, bro. She has moves. It's over.
ZV.
Jiren
Have you
Jiren does
confirmed?
too.
Yeah, Jiren got some pecs, bro. Have you seen? He got some Terry Crews pecs.
God, man.
Oh god. John Davis in the chat said, "Why can't they just make ZLBDs make sense?" Oh god.
Well, I mean, the one thing that they have over us is the long game plan. Hopefully,
Yeah.
so maybe they already know like the
wait,
next couple of months.
Do
of
they
units.
really have a long game plan if they change so many things about the game on the fly? Like, do they really have a plan, bro? Like, do they really?
I assume for units, yes. Like with the step up banner
Probably.
formats, as a former software developer, I have to say I can't blame them for experimenting. But
Oh well, they do.
but you still have to have like the ability to reflect and interpret the data and see
Yeah.
what's good, what's not good. But then again, it
Yeah.
depends on what's good for us versus what's good for them.
Speaking of units, Nova and Ice were made like 1 year ago, so they did make these units beforehand and just released them now as the anniversary. Which I feel like it's kind of like a cop out. Honestly, I feel like they should have because it's obvious. Because when you look at their animations, bro, it's so obvious that they're not as polished as the Blue and Kefla who were made recently.
They look so good.
So it's like, yeah, compared to Nova and Ice. Sorry, Azik, but I'm not sorry. But yeah, they look plain.
I love the Shadow Dragons. That's all I want to say.
Okay.
How
Yeah.
much?
Facts.
A lot.
How much?
Like a
All-
lot.
I
All of
mean,
it?
you love EX Krillin, so
Hey,
nothing surprises me anymore.
Bro.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
What is up with you and bald people, bro?
I know you're discriminating. Palm is right here. Palm is literally right here. ZVG. Do you have something
Yeah,
to
come on,
say?
look at him. Look,
I can
look at that man.
But the thing is, I can only be insulted by humans. Don't worry about that.
True.
Oh my god. ES Krillin, George Babington, ES Krillin is not amazing, bro. Honestly, I should ban you for saying that, bro. He's trash.
No, dude, don't do
He's
it.
trash.
We're protecting him.
Let's put the ban
He's
hammers
trash.
down, fellas.
He's trash.
Let's chill.
No, Buhan is the only bald person that's actually based.
Boo tanks.
Everybody else is nobodies. Buhan is the goat.
Boo tanks.
Butex is trash.
Yeah,
bro. Buhan is
you
the
don't
goat.
say
Fat
that.
Bootangs. What?
Oh.
Fat Boo tanks.
Yeah, he
does. He
tanks.
do be tanking.
He can tanks.
Dude, how do people
do be
use
healing.
Fatbu, bro? Fatbu is the most boring unit in the entire game.
Thank you.
How
I
do
agree.
people run that, man?
Because
I agree with
because
that.
he has very viable kit that helps you against some units like 18. Something maybe.
Dude, speaking of Fatbu, like he has to be the most well-aged unit of all time, bro.
Yeah.
He came out like about almost 2 years now, and he's still like one of the top 10 units in the game. Like he's
Boo
aged
tanks.
super well, bro.
He's still S tier,
Honestly.
bro, to this day.
Yeah, he's aged super well, dude.
I agree. I agree with that.
Boo tanks.
Somebody just called me boring. Scat, I appreciate it. Region players.
Yes,
boring.
dude, I have no idea how Palms runs. Dude, every time I see Palms use the yellow DKP, I just snooze fest. I don't know how people can run Region
Get off my stream.
without Buhan on it. Without Buhan on it, bro. It doesn't make any
Ban
sense.
hammer has been swung.
I like that team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've recently also been like usually I like to play double yellows with DKP and the Piccolo, the LF one, but recently I've tried out like what was it? Kid Buu, the purple DKP and Fat Buu, and that's also actually not too bad. Kind of fun. It's not as
Missed.
Yeah, go ahead.
The last time Region was fun was when Buhan, Yellow Cell, and Slug were meta. After that,
Oh my
it
God,
just
bro.
went downhill. It just
Slug
went
was
downhill.
fun.
after that.
Tanks.
Slug
It
was
just
so
went
fun,
downhill.
bro.
Dude, the show. Why do you love the trash units, bro? First it's Yellow Broly, now it's Butex, bro. What's wrong with you,
Listen,
man?
Yellow Broly is a Chad. All right, listen, building up that ultimate, you know, getting the swings in, doing that AOE damage. You know, don't you be dissing on my boy strike cover change.
What?
You know, can't combo.
What
blue,
Chad
that's okay.
has a strike cover change that can't
Boo
change into
tanks.
anything?
Boo tanks.
Jesus, guys.
Oh my god, bro. Right.
We're having
You know,
a lot of
honestly.
fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. Something that I have to
Wait.
bring up though is Prof. I need to know. You need to give me the inside scoop on what is your obsession with LFing the AI in co-op.
What? I want to know
Like-
this too.
Have you ever seen the LF versus your opponent?
Like,
Oh,
like once.
Okay.
phenomenal.
All right.
Phenomenal
something.
response.
Came in swinging.
Phenomenal
Came in swinging.
response.
I'm
Came
literally
in
back up
swinging.
into
He
the
was
corner,
ready
yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
He was ready for that, bro. Prof is spitting right now. He was ready for that, man.
Yeah,
he was
just
ready.
abolished me, bro. He just went Ben Shapiro
Yeah,
on me. I don't even have a
damn,
response.
damn, Azzy.
That's it.
Damn, Azzy.
I would just sit out,
that
dude.
stuff.
Yeah.
Throw in
Oh
the
my
towel,
God.
man.
Yeah, you're just like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
What can
yeah.
what can I say? That makes
Missed.
sense.
He destroyed me, bro. That
Missed.
was completely valid. You're valid, Prof. I appreciate you.
I feel
Miss,
validated.
listen, bro. Future is fun because it has Goku Black, bro. Do you know how fun Goku
No.
Black is? Do you know how fun LF Future Gohan is to use, man? Do you know?
you're not on
this?
the
Do
receiving
you
end.
know?
That guy just be screaming in my face, bro. It's like, why'd he be screaming? Like he can get his cards back, like that's fine, but like, does he have to be screaming though?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes
Oh,
people get
okay.
mad.
Understandable.
You know.
Yeah.
All right, I feel like this is a good point to take a quick break, and we will come back with the questions in about 3 minutes.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Okay. No more. And ZV talks.
Jose in the chat said that Yellow Broly is literally the best unit in the PO team. Yeah, I agree.
Thank
He's
you.
the best bench, but unit, no. Sherwood, I'm sorry. I was not gonna give you any satisfaction of me calling Yellow Broly good.
They had us at
Not
the
this
first
time.
half, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He needed that. He needed that. And you took it
Oh
away
my
from
God,
him
bro.
like that. All right. So now with those swings, we're gonna keep swinging behind the scenes for 3 minutes before we come back with the questions. And as always, if you want your questions in the podcast, make sure to check out our Twitter thread every week. Put your questions there, and we'll be right back.
Love you, chat. Say it back.
All right, we are back. And now it's epic question time. So the first question comes from our Twitter from Hugo Silva asking, should Legends do Zenkais like Dokkan does LR Easy Ace? Don't change their stats, but give them more uniques. The problem is that new LFSP have 50k plus less stats compared to Zenkai units, but good uniques. Give new LF Sparkings more stats, and when Zenkai comes, give them uniques. What would that work? What do you think?
I feel like this is what Prof was saying a couple months back, where LFs and what I said to Ignan, LFs can compete with Zenkais, but they need stars. So I feel like if they increase these stats of the LFs, right, the whales will just have units that are better than Zenkais, right? So that doesn't really fix the issue, because the point that we're at right now is like nothing can fix the Zenkai issue in the game. There's no set method that can actually fix it without like nerfing or anything drastic of that sort. But I feel like if they were to do Zenkais over again, they should have did like how Dokkan does LR Easy Ace. But they would need some stats for the older units, of course, but not to this degree. So yeah, I do agree with the uniques and stuff, but they would need to increase the stats, because like a unit from 2018 would obviously need a stat increase to compete with like units in like 2021, obviously. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
I agree.
They should just find like a sweet spot, if you would. And it seems like they have, to a degree, found a sweet spot of stats they like to give to a unit when they're completely maxed out. And keep that rule even for Zenkai. So don't make the Zenkai above and beyond. Bring them to that new limit. They're going to power creep the game anyway, so there will come a time that even Super Saiyan 3 Goku has fallen off, right?
We don't want to imagine that, please.
Well, I mean, if you're a year one player, how many of your old units are still actually viable? Remember movie Fisku?
Oh my god!
I was literally just about to say him, dude. One of the coolest green cards in the game, by the way.
Remember Green Ginyu?
So
the Wimpos.
Oh my god. It be a really exciting way to bring
Ginyu
these
was like
units
free in
back.
a pack. Like I paid $25 for him back in the old days, man.
Yeah, that was
Back in
a
the
good
Golden
time.
age. Oh my god.
Well, all I was going to say is Zenkai can be a fun system for team building if they give them fun Zenkai abilities, to where you kind of have to think outside the box on how you want to min-max these stats. Maybe it lets you pair units that you normally couldn't pair together, now suddenly flow together naturally just because of the Zenkai abilities. So there's ways for them to salvage this system. It's just, as it stands right now, it's like these LF Zenkais just set an absolute standard. And I honestly attribute Namek Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Vegeta as the dominant team, right? And the contributing factor to why these LF, the new anti units aren't exciting. The same team that's been crushing everybody for months now is continuing to crush everybody. And it's like, okay, and we've discussed, dropping Zenkais on release, but if the new unit's 14 starred, right, and I understand that's a pay to win privilege, compete with the new LFs, then the LF Zenkais, then I'd say Zenkai's in a good spot. And then, because frankly, the Zenkai ability, translates to everything. Like Super Saiyan 3 Goku feeds directly into Gogeta 4, right? So even if Gogeta 4 stands on the same pedestal as Super Saiyan 3 Goku, then I'd say they did Super Saiyan 4 Goku correct.
Okay. That definitely does make sense to me. I mean, honestly, I definitely do see them moving towards the right direction. I want to hope for them to continue to move in this right direction, but it's just...
They won't.
There is always going to be that part of me that just does get let down sometimes, like especially there's a lot of things that can be done better, I think. And it's just like, you always want to have like that. You always want them to do better is basically what I'm trying to say. But it's just like how ZVG says that you do set yourself up for disappointment sometimes. But ultimately, it's just Zenkais were needed. I think Zenkais were needed. I know some people say that Zenkais were a mistake, but it's just like, I would be lying to you guys as a free-to-play player if I told you guys that I don't use Zenkais on my team, and that if I did not have these Zenkais, I would be struggling.
Wait.
Yeah,
real
that
quick.
thing is...
I'm going to paint a word picture for everybody that didn't live long ago. There was a balance patch. Units from the grave, suddenly, overnight, relevant in your box. You did nothing. Just, it can come back. They choose not
I thought you were going to keep going. I was waiting for
Dude,
it.
the thing with Zenkai is what Azik said is that for free-to-plays, it's good, but for the game itself, it's bad, because now we have the position where, as Prof said, the one Saiyan team is running the game right now, and the two focal point units of that team are Zenkai's and Super Saiyan Goku, Namek Goku, or whatever, right? The only non-Zenkai on that team is Angel Vegeta because obviously he's the support for the team, but most teams now are filled with Zenkais and stuff. So it's like, for us free-to-play players, it was good. I mean, it is good, but for the general game itself, I feel like it's not because Zenkai just broke all balance in the game once they got introduced. And as Prav said, we did have balance patches back in the day, and I feel like Zenkai is just a way to like monetize that. There's no real other reason than to monetize balance in the units. Because I mean, you could say that the balance patches were like garbage because most units weren't even good after the balance patch.
Or like
But they could have
tweaks.
taken the Zenkai route, yes, the Zenkai route without the cost involved, and they just put it with the balance patch, right? So I don't know. It's like there's some positives, but also some negatives, and I feel the negatives outweigh the positives for me.
All right.
I think if Zenkai was easily accessible, we'd see a heck of a lot more GT teams because of the recent Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta banners,
yeah.
right? But that is, imagine prepping for anniversary, don't know what you're going to summon for, and they ask for 14,000 Chrono Crystals from you.
And then you also
Like, unless
Or
you're a GT fan.
21,000 if you're getting all three GT.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say you saved up, right? And then any banners drop. Like, and you maybe didn't even pull Gogeta 4. Now what's your choice? Where are you going to spend those crystals? Like, Zenkai is like the most demoralizing system if you want to switch up your team. Like, if you're a GT main, sure, you were going to grab those Zenkais regardless.
Yeah.
But if you're starting to swap it up and you're not a content creator,
Yeah,
Zenkai is like a huge barrier to entry. I'm like, do I really want to summon for the Saiyan team? Or the Android
Yeah.
team? I guess I don't have Super 17 or 16 done. So I don't even have a green. Like, what do I do?
yeah, Prof. I actually agree with that because right now I have Future and Dalki, and if I want to switch to like Saiyans, I need to Zenkai Gogeta. I got Zenkai, and the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I got Zenkai the Super Saiyan 4 GT Vegeta. I got Zenkai all these units, and I don't have the resources to do that, right? And it's
Oh,
like
and as you're doing
I
it, you're
can't
going to
switch
release
teams.
another one.
Exactly. So I can switch teams like how I want to because I'm limited by the fact that Zenkais aren't around 24/7, and some of the units I don't have at 7 stars, and I miss their missions. So I'm literally screwed.
Also, y'all heard it here first.
I,
ZVG is limited. He just said it himself.
He's Legends limited.
Wow, you had to turn it around.
Exactly.
Facts.
I am. Thanks, Ezzy. Thanks. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
The assist.
Nice one. Nice try, Palms. Nice try.
The
Ezzy, come on
Vegeta
back.
assist from Azteek over here, dude.
Yes, sir.
All right, I will awkwardly switch the topic by moving on to the next question. And that question comes from Golden Gag, saying, since the second anniversary, LF Vegito Blue has been consistently the most used unit in PvP. Do you see him losing that title to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or Zamasu? Even though VB is extremely toxic, I'd still say he's the most beginner-friendly unit to this day. What are your thoughts?
Nah, he's not gonna lose it to those units. He's gonna lose it to the Saiyan team. That's what he's gonna lose it to, but not to the newer left. I don't think they will come even close to like Vegeta Blue, honestly, or the Saiyan. I feel the Saiyan units are the only units in the game that can actually like trump Vegeta Blue's like long-standingness in PvP. Because eventually Vegeta Blue will become like trash before the Saiyan team does become trash. Because obviously Zenkais and Vegeta Blues are LF, but yeah, I don't think the new LFs are gonna like trump his spot at all.
What about the others?
Blue
Yeah.
Tanks is pretty good.
Bootanks will take his spot. Vegeta Blue.
I think
On
so.
Fusions or on God Key?
God key. He's a god.
I want to know if that list is partly due to how accessible he has been. Like, I know in like top PvP you don't see him that much, right?
Yeah.
He pops up on some future teams and maybe a few fusion teams, but grand scheme of things you don't see him that much. But most of the fights are sub BR 30, right? And
Yeah.
how many people pulled VB or hopping into PvP with their LF units? And this is an LF unit that is literally a Swiss Army knife. What do you need today? All right, I got you cover change. I got you with those strike art scarts. Oh, you low on key? Slap that main ability. Like, what doesn't this man do? And so people are more than likely going to click him. And I think that for that reason alone, and he's been on every banner, he's on these banners again. Like, that's why he's there. I know there's like a lot of, tinfoil conspiracies that Bandai controls that list, but I don't know. I've got to believe that the vast majority of fights are just, really, I guess I hate to say low tier, but like the low like BR 30, 25, whatever fights that people are having, and they're just slapping teams together that have LF units.
Yeah, I definitely do agree with that.
That sounds
Dude,
great.
I'm in the BR30s, bro, and I'm still finding Zenkas like consistent. I'm like, bro.
Oh, but they
I'm
have
like,
been
bro,
around
dude.
long enough that people can actually get them, right? Especially with
Yeah.
them coming
Yeah.
back and having
Taking over
dailies.
the world.
Dailies, let's go. Yep. The USTR Zenkais as well definitely does help a lot. You know, you got Fat Boo in there. You can be a regen main for free. You can get Kamikalo.
Got Super
Fat
Saiyan 3
Boo.
Goku in there.
Yep. Wait, what?
Super Saiyan 3 Goku's in there.
Are you serious? Oh wait, the LF
the
one.
green
Right?
Yeah,
one.
but you still have to. All the LFs are in there, but you have to get 7-star on the unit.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
Yeah. For a second, I thought you meant the purple one. I was about to flip out.
Oh no.
Did you just say Kamikalo, by the
No,
way?
no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like if all the new LF immediately went to the Zenkai Rush shop, it's still limited, right? You can only get like a copy and a half per week or something like
Every
that.
2
Yeah.
weeks, yeah.
You can get 2 now. It has 20.
It's over 2 weeks, yeah. So it's not like you're gonna run around with the Z7 day one and you're gonna be committed to that unit. But I would shut up 100% about Zenkai if it was just in that shop, because I mean, I think that,
Everybody
like,
would
that
have
they-
access to it.
Yeah, everybody has access to it. We've already stated, like, it's not reasonable for you to summon these new units all the way to 14 star, but I bet the people that have 14 star Gogeta 4 are eating pretty good right now, right?
Probably.
And so
Gurish.
Yeah.
I guess I need to see his content on it here in a minute, but that's the point, right? It's a very premium thing to be able to have, and so I go back and forth in my head on loving and hating Zenkai, because I hate it because it feels, I guess the right word would be vanilla. We just see the same crap everywhere. But the reason why you're seeing that is because those units can be accessible by the entire community. At some point, you can summon for it, multi-Z power it, bing bang boom, you got a Super Saiyan team, right? And that team is formidable. I've had teams with 2-star, 3-star Broly sweep my entire fully optimized hybrid team, right? It's crazy, but it's just that big old Bardock giving him all those pressure points. So I
Bardock
think
stay
that-
carrying Saiyans to this day, man.
Yeah, but think about
Straight
it. He's
facts.
like a master pack unit. Players starting today are pulling Bardock.
Yeah.
And they can start that journey to a tier 1 team that just wipe, not tier 1, I guess everybody's like saying S and Z or whatever, but top tier team that wipes the board. And that's free to play. And you can claim that in Legends. Anybody that's touting the pay to win nonsense, I mean, and then they turn around and they complain about Zenkai, my brain explodes. So I don't know where I sit on it, because it does feel monotone. It does feel kind of that these new units came out. And unless I see it really wailed out GT team, I'm not really intimidated by the dragons.
Fair.
I don't know, man. It's just not exciting. New units come out and you feel like, oh, I get 9-star before I throw that on my team. Unless
Yeah.
it's like a
Yeah.
super exceptional
I
unit
agree
like
100% with
Vegeta.
that.
That's the worst feeling.
Yeah, because now when I pulled VB the 2, I was like, okay, now what? I'm not gonna use this trash.
Yeah, I
He's gonna get
remember.
one shot.
I remember Brad once saying, "It's like, I just wanted to play a fun team, but you don't play fun teams anymore."
Yeah,
Don't
Yeah,
bet
well,
on it.
and it's not that the person that Brad's fighting doesn't want to play a fun team. It's that he went in and he tried to run his Super Saiyan 2 shell. It was Kefla team or whatever, and it just got stomped on by some region player. So he's like, crap, I have to run my Saiyans now. He switched over to Saiyans, and then he found Brad. And the cycle of pain freaking continues. And I hate power creep, but I almost I don't know if I'm wishing for something I hate, right? But you guys were talking about the units just falling off. But when units just fell off, you could go back 6 or 7 banners, and that was what was viable. And a lot of people ask me my favorite meta, and I think very fondly of Purple 21 and
Yeah.
Frieza's banner. That general era of Legends felt
Yeah.
really good.
yeah, that was the best era of Legends. Honestly, I feel like
But that
it wasn't so
nonsense
good. You had
prevailed.
10 teams that were good back in that.
You
meta. It was
you
so
could
fun.
run Mayan Bardock in that meta and cap someone.
Oh yeah.
There were the sucker punch teams. There's all sorts of random nonsense
remember-
running around, and that felt good.
Yeah, I remember running.
I like the new game
Go
mode,
ahead,
by
sorry.
the way.
My bad.
Oh, I just wanted to end with as far as PvP mechanics, I love the new PvP, but team building wise, the old meta was supreme.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agree.
Agreed.
I mean, honestly, I think I watched. I don't remember who it was. Fujiya, I think, who played Extreme Mai, Sparking Mai, and Red Hyper Meta Rildo. when I think Zamasu, like the red Zamasu, was completely meta, and you would just kill teams with that. Like, and these days, you know, you would just get one shot by every unit.
Yup.
Yup.
My new 2-star units just get one shot. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, it's so funny how man Azik went ham on Rosé's banner, and Azik pulled him, and then like 2 weeks later he was like, "Nah, bro, I'm not using Rosé anymore. He's 2-star. He gets one." But I'm like,
yeah.
that's what happens.
Yeah. 18. I
That's
say
what
18
happens
and I
nowadays.
just have to forfeit. I can't.
That's what happens nowadays, man.
We don't have
It sucks, but it's what it is.
we don't have fun here. But yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you mean though. All right, I think we can move on to the next question, and that question is from Sami, who is I think also in chat here. Sami 13. Do you think that the new anniversary units, including the LFs, are good compared to the previous anniversaries? So I'm guessing relative to their meta.
Nah, they're not. They're not, because Super Vegito and Vegito Blue changed the entire meta when they came out, and so did the 1% units too. But these new units, they didn't really change them. Well, they made some teams better, but the top teams are still the top teams, because even though the new teams got better, they just can't compete with like Saiyans and Region and Androids and all those other teams, right? Super Saiyans. So it's like relative to their meta, these ones don't compare at all.
And back then, you couldn't even run Omega Shenron, right? Because of like the Vegeta Blues running
Yes,
around.
bro. That was
Yeah.
so sad.
Couldn't even run Omega.
Yeah, I think that if you're going to consider like which Annie units made the biggest splash, be second than first year than this year for sure. But I think besides all the sour grapes, I think the units are pretty decent, assuming you have them at Red Star. Like I said, I've had a couple instances where I've just had my entire team folded by a GT team, right? And people like to poke fun at me because I run Red Gohan at 14 star with full Z plus. Well, he was 1 non right now, right? But the point is that it doesn't hit harder than the most memed about unit, and I can still get one comboed by Ice. So I need that to be said, that these units are not bad by any stretch of the imagination. I would consider the whole roster actually phenomenal. Kefla can get some really good sucker punches on you, even though I consider her probably one of the weakest. And even then, it's wrestled between her and Nova, but I don't even like saying weakless because that implies any of them are bad. The big issue is what everybody harked on, is that you need 9-star, and that's a very selective community that goes in that deep on these banners.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, I think also to your point, Prof, I mentioned how Greenoff went 66k in. He doesn't even have a Red Star like 1% unit, bro. That's how bad like it is to get these 1% units. Because even I went 10k in or something, and I have a 3-star VB. That's it. Like,
I went 30k and I didn't get red.
Damn.
Dude, it's so difficult to pull the 1% units, but obviously we have Z power now, right? But it's like it just sucks. It just sucks.
Yeah. I definitely can see that too.
Yep, fair enough. All right, let's move on to next question. That one comes from Last Noel Vel of Krypton, I guess. Is the easiest solution to the Zenkai problem to increase the stats of all non-Zenkai units by 15%?
I mean, people are going to come at me with the pitchforks, but I say rip the band-aid off, accelerate the rate of Zenkai units.
So everything is Zenkai.
To your main team, boys. Well, I mean, if it's not going anywhere, you got your boys that you like, right? Start thinking about your favorite unit and just start saying Bandai win.
Bootangs?
Yeah, sure. Seriously, like if it's here, we can complain about the cost of Zenkai while we ride that wave. But I say the solution to the Zenkai problem is make it accessible to more teams. The more accessible, the more combinations you can make, the more we go back to that paradise where people run what they want to run.
Yeah, and honestly,
But
I think
then,
ultimately
Prof,
we will
okay.
get there.
Yeah, but Prof, what about the new units that come out now?
What if they get caught up to the point where it's just understood that new units will be getting their Zenkai in like a month or two, and it really gives you time to get up to that Red Star we were just talking about? And like it might be an investment, but we're playing a gacha game. Like we're talking about how much Chrono Crystals we just spent on the banner and got shafted. Like I already stated once on the podcast that I got to the shaft to the point where we cleaned out the entire shop and we walked away with a 2-star Birch Samasu. That's it. So, like, if it's that hard to red star units, and we're willing to spend this many thousands and thousands of chrono crystals, it's not too obscene to say that 7,000 per one of your 6 slots of your permanent team. It's really demoralizing when you want to shift teams, like my previous statements. There's no happy middle ground.
Yeah.
I would love it if they just made it more accessible.
I think if they're gonna do that, then they have to increase the amount of CC we get a month.
Yeah.
Because it's in that 10,000 to 13,000 range, and I feel like that is just not enough. Even now, I feel like it's not enough. I feel like they should honestly increase the amount of CC we get, because they're increasing the banners, but not increasing the currency that we need to summon on the banner. It just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I wanted to like increase the CC we get per month if they're gonna like speed up Zenkai's trade, because it takes like 9k, because I obviously have to get the unit to like 7 stars, and if I don't, I gotta spend 2k CC to get them there, and then I gotta spend 7,000 again to get them to
And that's
Zenkai
if you
7.
even get them in that 2K.
No, I mean the missions they're gonna give you them.
Oh, the missions,
7
right?
stars.
Also,
Yeah. So it's like 9k for me, and I'm getting 13k a month. Like, nah, I feel like that's way too low.
Yeah.
of a
Yeah,
CC
no, I
count.
agree. I think the biggest issue with Zenkai is the Chrono Crystal attachment. Like, the accessibility Chrono Crystal attachment. Like, most people, when they reel at what I've just said, they're probably thinking about how many Chrono Crystals it takes to keep up. I'm thinking about how heavily most people got shafted, and I'm counting Zenkai. Like, I got several friends in my community that don't do anything if it doesn't have a golden border, and frankly, that's probably a good way of going. But, like, I don't know, man. I think they've pushed themselves into a corner, which is why nobody can say a true definitive answer that everybody just, that's it right there.
Yeah.
Yep. Basically.
It's just a crap system. I even made a tweet saying just burn it all.
Yeah. We need
Burn
to just
everything to the
release
ground.
Zenkai units on these banners, bro. You just summon them as Zenkai units.
just release the dogs.
Yep.
All right. We have time for one more question. And that question comes from Abbas. And the question is, would you guys say Corrupt Zamasu works better on God Key than Future? I mean, if Swift was here, huh? Because God Key is generally pretty tanky with Vado support, and Zenkai is allowing him to fit there as a glass cannon. But on Future, he just seems another damage dealer, which isn't really what Future needed. What do you think?
Yeah,
All
God
right,
Key.
so here's the issue. Here's the issue with the mouse one, God Key for me. If you're running God Key, obviously Valos is your first option, right? Next, you're gonna bring Zamasu. Then you're probably gonna bring Super Saiyan Blue Goku Zenkai 7, right? The issue with that team is the fact that 2 of your units can die in a combo. Zamasu and Valos, if they catch you in a combo and you can't swap out like the tank, which is obviously the third option, you're pretty much screwed. Right, so I feel like on that front it's a weakness because it makes the team less tanky. But on God Key they need the red, so I feel like with the vital support and everything, I feel like he's better on God Key than Future, personally. But he does make God Key less tanky, but he does give them that that edge against like the top tier yellows in the game. So it's like a positive with a negative, but I feel like his best team is God Key for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Because I've seen him on Future, used on Future, and it feels like he struggles like a lot. And I feel like who's even like his most optimal lineup on Future? Because you do have the Future Gohan, right? I think a lot of people, I know Prof, he feels naked without that, man. But it's just like running 2 LFs, you might not have them at really high stars, right? Both of them. Yeah. And then I don't know who the third unit would be, but it just feels both teams.
Future,
just kind of
Future
feels
has no
struggling.
tank.
Yeah.
Future is worse than Gaki when it comes to like the defense, because Gaki has Super Saiyan Blue Goku, while Future has nobody can actually like take a hit on that team. So if you're bringing Zamasu on that team, then your whole team is vulnerable. While on Gaki, it's only 2 out of the 3 units at that point. So yeah, I agree. I feel like Gaki is the best team. EX Future Gohan, well yeah, but like who's actually running him on Future? Like I haven't seen anybody run that man on Future at all. It's still Goku Black, what I see most from people. So it's like, yeah.
So yeah, I've seen him on Future, and I'm assuming people are just running him for the Annie. I've actually have him on, and I've used him Peace. It's really cool. There's a lot of really fun tricks you can do with the unit. Mm-hmm. But I'm not willing to say he's better than Revival's Cell. And that's one of the staples of the Future team.
I don't think he is.
Yep. Yep.
And
I don't
so
think he
if
is.
I'm not willing to say that he's better than Revival Cell, and I'm trying to give him every benefit of the doubt, and I've been clapped by this man, but I've also been clapped by Revival Cell plenty of times. So I like I said, I've been using the unit too, and I've been playing with the LBR. I think that especially in this meta where one perfect vanish can end up and your team just getting comboed, the fact that Revival Cell is always ready to be swapped in, and then you swap him in and he comes back a full HP unit that's able to 100 to 0 your opponent.
Yeah.
I think that alone wipes Zamasu off of the future team.
Yeah,
That's
makes
fair.
sense.
Yep.
Also, one thing about Zamasu is that his lock-in is kind of funny because you only have like 1 second to do an attack because the animation is so long. It's not even 3 counts. It's like 1 second. It's only one attack that you can fit in that window, and I find that pretty funny, honestly. I find
Did they
that
give
funny.
him a short animation? It looked like they gave him a short animation on that green card though.
I don't know, but it
Super
just feels because when he uses it, the timer goes down so fast. I have no idea because he only can fit in one attack in that lock.
Yeah, but that's all he needs. Like I
Well,
had
yeah,
him
'cause
do some
I watch your
crazy
streams.
plays, and the man hits like a truck.
Yeah, I watch your streams too. I've seen them because the green card, the locking on the green card is so good for rising your setup. It's so good, so good.
Yeah.
It's just you gotta be pretty confident in what you're doing with him too.
Yeah.
There's his setup, and then we're talking about his green and the lock in, and then Cell literally just finger guns you, and then says, "Nah, sit still," right?
Yeah, and also
So-
too, if you miss the master's green card,
Oh, you're in a world
That's
of
gonna
pain.
hurt. That's a lot of damage. Yep.
There's no
Exactly.
flex tape to fix that.
So it is a long animation.
So what'd you say, Prof?
Is it a long or short animation?
It's a long
haven't
one, I
tested
think.
it.
Tails green card? Yeah,
It's long.
Yeah.
that's long.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and someone in the chat actually mentioned the lock isn't on activation, so someone could possibly get out of it, if they're trying to specifically lock in one unit and you can tell that that's what they're trying to do. You can possibly just swap out to a different character.
All right, I think that's it pretty much. That was the last question that we have, and that's it for the episode 37 of the Dragon Ball Legends podcast. As always, this podcast will premiere on YouTube if you're on Twitch in about 24 hours, and we will go live with another podcast a week from now. As always, make sure to check out our link tree in the description or in the chat. Sub with Prime is not a crime, and hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Leave a like, all the good stuff, and check out our creators in the description down below as well. With that said, yeah, we're gonna sign off for today. Hope you have a good rest of your week or start of your week, and we'll see you all in a week. Bye, everybody.
Take care, guys.
Later.
Peace out, guys. Peace out.